Well, that is not what you folks want to be seeing. You want to be seeing Mike Celestino live at the Disneyland Resort with Luke
Or Luke Sky.
Skywalker. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. We are live here at the Disneyland Resort, specifically at Disneyland Park, for the first day of Season of the Force, the what seems to be now an annual Star Wars event, and we are following Luke Skywalker, who's making his very first appearance in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Earlier, about 45 minutes ago, he was out with R2D2, and now it's just Luke by himself.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to go this way if he was with R2D2, I don't think.
That's correct. And he's got a big crowd following him. This tends to happen with new characters at Galaxy's Edge. They'll be very popular for a week or so, and then the crowds will thin out a little bit.
Although, you know, he is when you think of a Star Wars hero, he's the one you think of. So maybe that enduring popularity will stick around.
Could very well be.
So, folks, we are here for Season of the Force. We're going to be taking a look around the land, seeing what's new, what's coming up today for the event. So if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. We'll be happy to check some stuff out, answer any questions for you. And there's a lot going on, right, Mike?
I would say less than last year, but yeah, it's still a decent amount of stuff. Some of that stuff is going to be later on tonight with the new projection show. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I saw some press images that they released from that show, and the stuff they have projected on there makes the spires look very beautiful. I'm very interested to see the full show.
Yeah, me too. That'll be at 9 p.m. this evening, and I'm sure we'll have video up of the full show pretty soon thereafter on the Laughing Place YouTube channel.
Yes, you won't want to miss that. And yeah, you weren't kidding about a big crowd of people just kind of following Luke Skywalker around, and I guess you are one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm making it worse. But
so what else is going on in Galaxy's Edge for Season of the Force?
That's Luke. He's kind of the big new thing right now that everybody's excited about. He does have his lightsaber, by the way. You can see it kind of tucked in behind his robe on his belt. But let's go check out some of the other stuff that's happening for Season of the Force. One of the other exciting new things is a new popcorn bucket that's shaped like the Death Star.
A very cool one.
And that's available here in Galaxy's Edge in addition to Tomorrowland.
So correct me if I'm wrong here, but Luke's costume is from Return of the Jedi, right?
It is. I would say that they're going a little bit more for the period during The Mandalorian, when he kind of shows up at the end of The Mandalorian season 2.
Okay,
and pops up in. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it is the post-Return of the Jedi era.
I guess that fits the timelines a little better.
Yeah, although, you know, Galaxy's Edge as a whole is set between episodes 8 and 9, so a bit, you know, a couple decades later on.
A little too early.
So there's the Death Star popcorn bucket. I'm going to try to show you a close-up of it eventually.
Did you have you picked one up for yourself, Mike?
No, but I just have a feeling, because there's a media event starting in a couple hours for Season of the Force, and I have a feeling they're going to give us one. That's how it's been in the past.
I would at the very least wait until after the event before you think about it. And hello to Daniel. You were indeed the first one to comment, so thank you very much.
Yeah, hi Daniel. Thanks for commenting. So there's that popcorn stand where you can get it. I believe it's also at Saka's Kettle, and then there's another popcorn stand over here. So you have a few options in Galaxy's Edge alone to get the the Death Star popcorn bucket, and then it's also available over in Tomorrowland. So it shouldn't be
Oh,
very
perfect.
difficult if you came down to get it today. I also just, like 10 minutes before the stream, I went into Oga's Cantina and grabbed
Okay.
the new Mythosaur skull mug.
Oh, yes, yes. I forgot that that was a thing, but that sounds
Yeah.
very cool.
So it actually looks like they might be. Oh, maybe they do have it here. Yeah, there it is. There's a close up of the Death Star.
36.
That is very cool.
Yes.
It is a perfect object for a popcorn bucket. Just the size and shape of it. It's
Right.
perfect.
It does. Yeah, it does work as a bucket better than the some of the other stuff we've gotten recently. There's the lanyard, Star Wars logo, and the TIE Fighter.
No problem.
I'm not sure how to activate. Is there a way to demo the lights, or is not
Should be a button
on the bottom? Okay, there we go. There we go. You probably can't see it. It's too bright out right now, but at nighttime it'll make more sense when it lights up.
Yeah, I can't really see much of it, but
Thank you.
I imagine it will look a lot better at night.
Yeah.
And sharing the photo that you just took about 20 minutes ago, here is a quick look at what that Mythosaur mug. Is it a mug or a?
It's a mug.
It's a mug. Okay. Looks
And it
very
does come
cool.
with a special, I think it's like a beer drink, although I can't drink beer, so I just bought the mug.
Yeah, but very, very cool.
You say something about beer? Yeah, in the cantina. Yeah. Yep, no problem. Yeah. That guy just wanted to know where you can get beer.
One of very few places, I guess, in Disneyland, so it is a little harder.
Right.
And oh my God, we're being followed by the Supreme Leader.
Yeah, so as usual, Kylo Ren and the Stormtroopers are out and about. There were a couple new items in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquity. Should we go look at those?
Sure, let's take a look. While I say hello to Fred Ramirez, welcome, Fred. Thanks for joining. And hello to Laura Hernandez. She says bright suns and will be there later today. So perhaps you'll run into our own Mike.
Yeah, I'll be here literally all day until, I got to stick around for the new projection show at 9, and I'll probably watch the Fire of the Rising Moon because I have a reserved spot with the media event. Because I don't think we've gotten a video of that particular version of it, if I'm not mistaken.
What fireworks show is running at the moment?
I think it's Mickey's Mixed Magic. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So better safe than sorry. Let's get a new one.
Yeah. The other thing that's coming to Galaxy's Edge, it won't show up until May the 4th, is there's a new storyline coming to Savi's workshop.
Okay.
And new lightsaber parts and stuff. Yeah.
I remember it's been a long time since I've done Savi's workshop. I haven't actually built a lightsaber myself, but I did. I went with a friend, and I don't know if it's still the same way, but if someone in your group purchases it, you get to go in and do the experience as well.
Yeah, I think you can bring one companion in with you,
which is nice.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick a favorite store in Galaxy's Edge, this would be it.
Yeah, I love. You mean Doc Ondar?
Yes.
Yeah. No, me too. This is my favorite place for sure. So this artwork here is new. There's painting of the Slave One, or what they call Boba Fett's starship, or the fire spray these days. There's also some art of the Mandalorian that you can get in multiple different sizes. You can get little prints,
Oh,
or you can
cool.
get a larger one that looks more like a painting. There's this wood carving of Grogu that I find pretty fun.
Oh, that is fun. That is a great pose too.
That's 100 and oh,
No,
1800, 1800
1800.
credits.
Just a little more credits than you expected it to be.
But that is very nice. And they have that over in the Star Wars Trading Post at downtown Disney as
Okay.
well. And then for the collectors of the Legacy lightsaber, I know this showed up early, actually, at Disneyland. It was supposed to be new for Season of the Force, but I think they've had it a week or two now. But it's the Mara Jade Legacy lightsaber from Star Wars Legends. This character doesn't actually exist in the current canon, but fans of the Legends canon will surely want to grab the Mara Jade lightsaber for 325 credits.
My Legends knowledge is very minimal, and it does not extend to Mara Jade.
Okay, well, she marries Luke Skywalker actually in
Okay.
the Legends timeline. Yeah, she was the Emperor's hand, and eventually turned to the good side, to the light side of the Force. That's her
Okay.
lightsaber.
That sounds like a fun story.
Yep. So those are the big ones that are out now. You can grab.
Daniel, we too hope that everything is operational and working well when you go to Disneyland. Things seem to be pretty decent at Disneyland. So aside from the scheduled refurbishments you might run into, you should be
Yeah.
okay.
And then later on tonight, everybody will gather here for the 9 o'clock performance of the projection show. I'll never remember the name of it. So you may have to look it up.
I can tell you that it is Shadows of Memory, a
There we
Skywalker
go.
saga.
So that's happening at 9, and then 9:30 is Fire of the Rising Moons, which plays along with the Disneyland fireworks. You'll see the fireworks above the spires over there, and then they'll play John Williams' Star Wars music here.
And it is loud there during the fireworks, because you are very close to the actual fireworks launch site from there.
True enough. I guess we should head to Tomorrowland then, because that's where a couple of the other things are.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. We'll go check out, at least on the outside, Hyperspace Mountain, which is back for the year. Of course, you've got Star Tours. There's nothing new or different about it this year, but if you're looking for a Star Wars themed attraction, which honestly, I don't know about you, Mike, I still prefer Star Tours to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I never quite fell in love with Smuggler's Run. Hopefully, the new version coming next year will be better.
Yeah, with the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I think that will add quite the popularity to the ride.
Here's Vi Marati. I know my friend Nick was worried that she would be going away in favor of Luke Skywalker, but here's evidence that Vi is still around. Sorry. No, I know. Well, you're wearing the Resistance insignia on your jacket. It's kind of
But what's your excuse?
I'm undercover.
Okay.
So I fit in. I blend in with the First Order.
Just a little conflicting.
I know.
This one.
Sorry, Chewie. I know. I'm just trying to blend in. The First Order doesn't arrest
I
me.
think we can trust it. You called me out for one of the resistance hats proudly over my heart. Chewie. But I have nothing to hide.
You have nothing to hide.
Except my entire body.
There you go. And I wish you luck on that front.
Hi, Chewie.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Well, ignite the spark, and there you go. I'll see you around. I got to do it with this headset. You too, as well. I will try not. It is live. Yeah, this is right going out on the HoloNet. I don't know. I'm talking to my guy in the headquarters. Luke, can we trust everybody watching?
Hopefully.
You said
I can't make any
hopefully.
promises.
Hope is what keeps the resistance.
going.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right.
Rebellions are built on hope. So said Jyn Erso, if you remember. But yeah,
So we're happy to have you on planet today.
thank you.
Nobody say a word.
Great sons to you.
All right, everybody say something. Quick. While she's not paying attention.
We should immediately go tell the stormtroopers that my Maraudis.
Now, Mike, this might be a
Yes.
loaded question, but Fred is asking favorite Star Wars movie.
It's not terribly loaded because my answer is exactly what you would guess it is.
A New Hope.
Yeah, it's the one that everyone thinks is the best, or most people my age, I would say. The Empire Strikes Back.
So, I by no means think that this is the best Star Wars movie. There are clearly better movies. There's just something I like about Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, sure. You know, every time I watch that one, it gets a little bit better to me.
It
So,
has
I
an
can-
incredible story. It just has very hokey dialogue.
Right. And
But
definitely for me the best of the prequels.
Oh,
without a
absolutely.
doubt.
Yeah, if you can look past the kind of the kind of dialogue, you got a great
Right.
story going there.
Yeah. Oh, I think so many of the ideas in the prequel trilogy are really smart, and I think it's just like if you were just to analyze the machinations of Palpatine. There's actually a great book that came out recently called the Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire. That's kind of like a in-universe history book about how that all took place. And really, the ideas that George Lucas came up with for the prequels are really brilliant. I just think, like you said, the execution could have been a little better.
I saw a funny tweet yesterday in regards to the announcement for the Avengers Doomsday. They did a really long live stream announcing the cast for that, and it was somehow Palpatine returns in Avengers Doomsday, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, people got a lot of mileage out of that, like coming up with different memes and names to put on the chairs.
Yeah, always a great time.
Yeah, and boy, like they got so many viewers on that stream that they must be thinking like, we don't even have to make the movies anymore. We'll just announce names.
We'll just next time we'll have the actors sit in the chair, and then that will they can do it all over again.
But no, I'm excited. I still like the MCU.
Yeah, Fred's asking what cast reveal got you the most or excited you the most.
Say it again. Sorry.
Which cast reveal from Avengers Doomsday kind of excited you the most?
Yeah, I mean, obviously all the X-Men names that came up. Like, I wasn't expecting to see Ian McKellen ever play Magneto ever again. So.
No, especially he's getting up there in age, so it's gonna be fun to see him back.
Right, and I think he said he wants to play Gandalf again, right, in that new Hobbit Gollum movie or whatever. So we better do it soon.
This is such a pinch point. This area is always so busy.
That's why I cut through the seating area for the friendly Red Rose.
Smart move there. Time for a little personal, but it's been like 2 years since I've been to Disneyland, and I'll finally be heading back in about 2 months. So I'm very excited to see the original park again.
Yeah, I love it. It's my home away from home.
Yeah. Fred says the Fantastic Four and the X-Men in a Marvel movie together. About time. Now, Daniel's asking a pretty wide-ranging question. Have you found any hidden Mickeys? Now there are a lot of hidden Mickeys to be found throughout Disneyland.
I
Are there
can't
any
say
you can?
I haven't found any new ones recently, but I certainly have some that I know about, and I
Are
have
there
had
any
some
you
faith.
can think of that are like nearby, perhaps, like that are obvious out here in Fantasyland?
Oh
Can you
man, I
think
had
of
a
any
great
off the
one in
top of your
Galaxy
head?
Edge I could have showed you, but um, let me think as we're walking along here.
Yeah, if we think of any or can show
Yeah,
you any, then we will do that.
and yeah, if you guys know of any that I'm about to pass, please let me know. We'll
Yeah,
hunt those
let
down.
us know, please.
I also wanted to say, I kind of said this in our Slack when that whole Marvel thing was going down, the Avengers Doomsday cast reveals, but I am genuinely excited to see Namor and Sue Storm in the same movie, because that was like, I grew up reading the Fantastic Four comic, and that was always such a big part of the like kind of ongoing storyline, was this like love triangle between Sue Storm, Reed Richards, and Namor, the Submariner.
See, yeah, I had no idea that Namor was involved in the realm of Fantastic Four, because I only
Yeah.
really know Namor from the film.
Okay. Yeah, he's a big part of the comics,
Because he was in
both as a friend and an
Wakanda
ally
Forever,
and a
right?
foe. He is in Wakanda Forever. That was the first movie that he popped up in. Yeah,
Gotcha.
and he was among the names on those chairs.
So we are passing through Fantasyland. We're on our way to Tomorrowland to check out some of the things going on there for Season of the Force. So if you have any questions or anything you want to share with us, let us know. We'll be happy to respond. You want a quick break for a chiropractic appointment there, Mike?
I'm okay right now, but it is one of my very favorite things at Disneyland is jumping in the single rider line for the Matterhorn bobsleds, because it's pretty reliably fast to like jump through that.
Yes, usually pretty quick, easy to get on. Yeah, it's one of my favorite rides. It's just, it's over 60 years old at this point, but still very great.
Yep. Speaking of anniversaries, we've got the big 70th birthday of Disneyland coming up. The celebration starts in May. Obviously, the actual anniversary is in July.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up real soon. We'll be starting off on May 22nd, I think is the first day.
Somewhere around there. That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Wherever the Friday is around there.
I just realized I think I'm going to be there through the 21st, which is a silly scheduling move on my part. But
well, you'll get to see some of that stuff. I know they delayed the opening of the Walt Disney animatronic show.
Yeah, the that was delayed, I think, till July 17th. But some of the things will be running. Kyle said single rider was a bit more awkward in the old days given the seating, which pretty sure they didn't actually have single rider back then, because that would have been awkward.
I do remember hearing, I think it was probably John Stamos saying how he loved going on a date to Disneyland and going on the Matterhorn bobsleds because of the forced close proximity.
Yes, it was a great place to go on a date, and you don't really have many options like that anymore. So Daniel's asking, are there any special pins for Season of the Force?
Oh, well, that's something we can look at right over here at the Tomorrowland shop, because they have a lot of pins
wonderful
there.
timing.
Yeah. There is some construction going on around the Tomorrowland Terrace stage right here.
So no performances going on, or is it just off to the side there?
The stage is completely surrounded by construction walls, so
Oh, okay,
nothing
gotcha.
happens.
So yeah, definitely no performances.
Yep, I gotta take pictures of that later on. I missed that earlier, but yeah, we'll go into the pin shop right here and we'll take a look. I know I saw some cool new ones over at Galaxy's Edge, but hopefully they'll have them here too.
Fred's asking if you think the Avengers will fight the X-Men.
Ooh, good question. Well, I have some theories about that actually. So before we go in there, I want to mention that the Fantastic Four are coming to Disneyland in promotion of the new movie, but they're not going to go to Avengers Campus over at California Adventure. They're going to show up here in Tomorrowland, which you would think, oh, they just built this new Marvel land. Why wouldn't they put them there? But I think my theory is that they're driving the point home that the Fantastic Four are in the MCU. They're from a different universe, a different timeline than the other heroes. So I don't think in the movie we're going to even see them interact with some of our other familiar heroes. Maybe until like a post-credit sequence or something. But yeah, I think what we'll see in Avengers Doomsday is all these different universes coming together and clashing maybe, and that would be a good place for the Fantastic Four to fight the X-Men, like the question asked.
I think
so
having
I think it's a definite possible.
Yeah, I think having the Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland would be an interesting idea, just because it would help bring some people to that area of the park, and it kind of works with the, pseudo mid-century vibes that they have in Tomorrowland.
Right. So here's all the new pins. I'm not seeing any Season of the Force here. Let's see. Here's theme parks.
I'm seeing a lot of Star Wars pins, but not necessarily anything super new.
Yeah, they might only be over there in Galaxy's Edge. Let's take a look.
So yeah, there might be a chance you have to go over to Galaxy's Edge to see these new pins, or perhaps
I think these were new.
Frontierland.
Share of the starter set of the Star Wars pins. Oh,
that's very cute. Oh, I like the Ahsoka pin. That one's great.
Yeah, light side and dark side starter sets. And they do have pin trading happening here. Oh, Humphrey the Bear.
Oh, fun.
Okay, earlier I said you can also get the Death Star popcorn bucket here in Tomorrowland, and this is the line right here.
I was gonna ask what that line was, and this does not surprise me.
I kind of want to yell. You could go over to Galaxy's Edge, and there's almost no line.
Yeah, I mean, the line doesn't look atrocious, but it's still a pretty, especially like if you just want popcorn.
Right. Here's the sticker advertising the Death Star, $35. And you can kind of see how it lights up there, how the super laser ignites.
Oh, fun. Now, because it's Season of the Force, do we have Star Wars music playing here in Tomorrowland again?
Yes. In fact, I hear the Force theme playing right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. So definitely gives a different vibe to Tomorrowland for the event. And
the other big feature in Tomorrowland for Season of the Force is Hyperspace Mountain, which is an overlay of Space Mountain, where you kind of board a starfighter and you fly around fighting TIE fighters. Pretty cool. I think it's a good overlay. Although I wish they would also bring back the Ghost Galaxy at Halloween time because that's
Ghost Galaxy was my favorite overlay. There's just something so creepy and weird about it. I enjoy Hyperspace Mountain, but I think I prefer the classic version of Space Mountain.
yeah,
Over.
me too. And it looks like it's down right now anyway, so you can't even go on Hyperspace
That
Mountain.
sounds about right for Space Mountain.
Yeah. Right now they're playing the Throne Room finale from the original Star Wars film.
Fun. Kyle, I am assuming referring to the Death Star is saying, how big is it? No larger than a Womp Rat.
I used to bullseye Womp Rats in my 216 back home.
I do get the reference. I just spent like 20 seconds in my head there trying to come up with another line, and I couldn't. There's a very colorful pink shirt there. Who is on that shirt?
Oh, okay. So you have. I actually hadn't seen these yet. These are going to be popular, I think. This is
Darth
Vader.
It's Leia. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And then Leia says princess, and kind of like a graffiti style, almost spray paint kind of thing.
It's kind of giving me like Harley Quinn vibes.
Yes, neon colors. I had not seen those. And there's an kind of spirit jersey. Ooh, that one's nice, actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like the dripping paint and then all the characters down the arm. Leia, Han, Chewbacca.
That's very unique. That's different.
On the other side is Vader, Stormtrooper, Emperor Palpatine, and Boba Fett. Oh, it's not a spirit jersey. This is the Ashley Eckstein design, her universe, I think. Or is it just
cool.
Ashley Eckstein?
I'd imagine it probably has some involvement with her universe.
Yeah. And then there's a button down with the Rebel Alliance insignia and Millennium Falcon. Yeah, I got to come back and get pictures of all this stuff. And like a windbreaker type thing. Yeah, it says Disney Artist Showcase, Ashley Eckstein.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I enjoy that they are showcasing the artist, but that seems like a weird place to have that, like on your neck.
Right. Yeah, it's on the back of all of this stuff too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's fun stuff, though. Yeah, I had not come in here yet today, so we have the Star Wars create your own headband that I got to take pictures of that as well. This is kind of a trend right now, I think, in Disney parks. The characters available right now are Yoda, R2-D2, Wicket, the Ewok, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I think that might be new too. I don't think I've seen those before.
That was advertised as part of the Season of the Force, yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, those create your own headbands have been pretty popular with. They've come out with characters like Figment and Orange Bird out here at Disney World, and then of course you have like Toy Story characters, Mickey, Minnie, the usual.
So Luke, I have to ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at Tokyo Disney Resort in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
You've been there, right?
I have been there once, yes.
Okay. As far as merchandise, what am I going to want to look forward to?
So you're not going to find much Star Wars merchandise there,
right?
That's going to be pretty slim.
Actually, what I'm really curious about is, did you see like attraction-specific merchandise for the attractions that we don't have here, like Journey to the Center of the Earth and stuff like that?
So that when I was there, they had a collection for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was celebrating the park's anniversary, and they were doing it with 20,000 Leagues. But I didn't see anything for Journey to the Center of the Earth. But they do have a lot of like individual die-cast ride vehicle models that you can find kind of throughout the parks. Fantasy Springs, which is the new area of Tokyo Disney Sea. They have a lot of attraction-specific merchandise for that area.
Okay.
Especially for the Peter Pan ride. I remember there being a lot for the Peter Pan ride. But otherwise, especially in Disneyland itself, there was not much in the way of attraction-specific merchandise. A lot of it is very character-based. So, like, there's a lot of merchandise for Pooh's Honey Hunt, but it doesn't necessarily relate to Pooh's Honey Hunt itself, but rather to Winnie the Pooh as a character.
I see.
But they do have a lot of fun, unique shirts. I mean, I don't know if I was there in September last year, so I don't know. I assume some of it may be the same as it was, but yeah, and if you like Duffy and Friends, you will find a lot of Duffy and Friends merchandise there.
Right. I'm kind of ambivalent on Duffy. When I first saw this C-3PO statue, I thought he was sitting on the toilet, but
that's what I felt about the Walt Disney Dreamer statue from Epcot. The same
he's
thing.
piloting Star Tours.
Now, Tokyo Disneyland is obviously known for having, some attractions can get some pretty long waits out there. But I'll tell you one that never gets a wait, and that's Star Tours.
Right, and that's the one that I don't even care about doing because I'm sure it's exactly the same.
Unless you want to see it in Japanese.
Right. Well, we'll do our best to see all the big stuff.
Yeah. I am excited for you. I'm sure you're gonna really enjoy it because it's quite the experience.
And I'm told I can't do something like this where I'm pointing the camera at people without their consent. It's frowned upon.
I don't think it's like necessarily a law or anything, although it might be. It's just kind of like if you see a video like this that is pre-recorded in Japan, people often will blur out the bottom half. It's just like a cultural respect thing. I would imagine. I don't really know too much about it, but I know that it exists.
That's fair.
So while we're here by Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, we got some news earlier this week that they would be updating the version in Disney World, which is a little bit more outdated and a little bit older than the Disneyland version. But would you like to see something like that come to Astro Blasters here at Disneyland?
Well,
or would you want
one of the upgrades I think is you're gonna have a specific kind of color assigned to you, and when you hit a target, it will light up in that color. And I think that would be a great upgrade to have here because you're often like, well, that target lit up, but was I the one who hit it? So I think that would help. Yeah,
it's when you shoot at the target itself will do some sort of reaction instead of just hearing a voice. So there'll be it will be quite different. So if it's successful with the Disney World version, maybe we'll see something like that happen to the Disneyland version.
I'd be all for it.
So we're being asked if you could build another Disney resort anywhere else on the planet, where would you build it?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think Australia would be a good place for it.
I'm gonna say on a Civil War battleground.
On a Civil War battleground?
Yeah. Didn't they try doing that 20 years ago, 25 years ago?
Disney's America.
Yeah.
Maybe move the Hall of Presidents there and just have or why don't we just move it to like the Ford Theater and have an animatronic Lincoln recreate?
Oh boy.
Nope.
What did you said? Sydney, Australia?
Not specifically Sydney, but just somewhere in Australia. I think would be a good spot.
I feel like Disney has been pretty good about like finding the places where it will be embraced for the most part. Like I know it took a while for Europeans to warm up to
Yeah.
what was originally called Euro Disney.
I mean, I think the thing going against Australia is that, you know, they quite often will go to Japan or maybe even Shanghai or Hong Kong. So
Uh-huh.
can Australia itself sustain that? Who knows?
Right.
People that get paid more than me to think about these things will probably understand. So, Mike, I think we've about covered everything for Season of the Force. Is there anywhere you'd like to specifically head to, or you want to wrap it
Well,
up?
I was gonna duck my head into that other pin shop here in Frontierland and just see if
Yes,
we
let's
could
do that.
find those other pins.
Yeah, I think this typically ends up being like the main pin shop, so the likelihood of finding something right here might be a little better.
The Death Star, by the way, is not available at that popcorn stand. When I checked when I first came into the park, but they do have the Thumper Easter bucket there.
So only in Tomorrowland and Galaxy's Edge, then, it seems like. Right?
That I've seen so far, yeah.
It makes sense.
There is some pin trading happening, as usual here.
Like from finding stuff.
Let's go in the back side.
Rebecca adds that the Death Star bucket was recently available on recent sailings of the Disney Fantasy. So if you're, we can't for sure on other ships, but if you're going on the Disney Fantasy anytime soon, you might be able to pick up the Star bucket there too.
Oh, I don't think I had seen that one before. It's
Oh, that's
like
cool.
Watto. What's going on here? It's Watto and Sebulba, C-3PO.
So tantalizing.
Jar Jar, Wald, the little Rhodian he's friends with, and is that
one interesting group of characters to have a pin for.
Yeah, they're all kind of working on Anakin's pod racer. I hadn't seen that pin before. Then you've got
cool.
Two droids, R2D2 and R5D4. There's a 2-pin set. There's the Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, and I hadn't seen these either. They're like comic book style.
Oh, fun.
It's each trilogy represented. So the prequels, original trilogy, and the sequel trilogy.
Oh, very cool. I like that.
Yeah, so some new Star Wars pins.
Hello to Greatest Freedom 470. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, not seeing those other ones here. They must be only over in Galaxy's Edge.
I can hear the squeaking of the wooden floors in there. That
Right.
brings back some strong memories.
Right.
So yeah, it looks like you might have to head over to Galaxy's Edge to get some of new pins for Season of the Force and for this May the 4th season. I don't know. Did you already get photos and tweet any of those out, Mike? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I did tweet a few from the Jewels of Biff store in Galaxy's Edge, and there was one of those that I had to buy because I'm just a fan of the Ithorian or Ithorian species in Star Wars. If you know the hammerhead alien from the cantina, that's an Ithorian or Ithorian. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but that's also the species that Doc Ondar is. And
I was gonna say, that looks like Doc Ondar to me too.
Yep. and I just had to get. It's such a weird looking alien that it's always been one of my favorites. So I had to get
Yeah,
that
it's
pin.
very unique. Very unique. We got some
And
construction going on here as well in Frontierland.
yeah, got tarps around the Golden Horseshoe as that gets a refresh here. But they are open during construction. You're in luck. We're open.
Go get your chicken strips or your fish fingers. I don't know what they have. Do you think Disney should make a Toontown movie? Yes, they did about 30 years ago. It was called Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's actually really funny you should mention that because my lifelong friend from back home texted me a photo that he found of us. Must have been like 1990. And I was trying to figure out what shirt I was wearing in the photo. And he like zoomed way in and it was a Roger Rabbit shirt. So it's like, okay. I've been pretty consistent with my fandoms throughout my life.
Seems about.
Yeah. Anywhere else you want to go, or you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else other than ducks. So yeah, that's going to do it for our walk and talk here at Disneyland Park. As we end here along the shores of the rivers of America, the beautiful rivers of America. We will have a lot more to come from the Disneyland Resort throughout the day. We do have more coverage of seasons coming. Mike, who you can see his reflection right there, he'll be checking out the new show later today, the new projection show in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, so we'll have a video of that up. We do want to quickly note, if you are looking to head to the Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World, or aboard the Disney Cruise Line, please check out our travel partner, Mouse Fan Travel. You can get a free quote from them in regards to your Disney vacation. So, Mike, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you everyone else for watching. And
yeah, also I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow and Sunday if anyone is out there, and I should bring my buttons with me. I brought new buttons for my Who's the Boss podcast. So if you find me, I'll be able to give you one of those hopefully.
So yeah, if you're heading to WonderCon, meet Mike.
And then Star Wars Celebration, just a scant few weeks away.
That is coming up. Yeah, April 18th it starts, right?
That is correct. Right now.
Yeah, that's very soon. All right. Well, how's about we let the Mark Twain pass by for a scenic end to this?
Sounds good.
And we'll leave you with this sight here, folks, and we'll catch you on the next one.
It's very strange that there's no guests on the Mark Twain right now.
Oh, that is interesting. It seems a little early for them to be putting it away.
I could not tell you why that is. That's still nice. It looks nice.
Absolutely. Perhaps even looks better without people on it.
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next stream.
Bye.